Hello, my beautiful friends, my dear soul family. So beautiful to be with you again. I missed you. I feel you. I love you. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being. And I feel our joy and innocence lies in our heart and our inner child, and I feel that if spirituality is not taken to life, it's kind of a dead end. Spirituality without self-expression becomes just a concept, becomes just a dead book, yeah, in our minds, that something we rehearse. Spirituality, what is it? Spirituality, it is you realizing that you're a spirit. That's it. And spirit, what does it do? It creates, it manifests, it lives fully, freely. And then, so here is the paradox that I see many beings are facing, and it can be disorienting to awaken to your true nature or something more and greater, you know, and there is no manual how to live from there. How, yeah, it can be very disorienting because the mind is kind of out of control now, and the old ways are not coping, they're just not clicking. And the new way, or the real way, is to live from truth and from the heart. And it's where all humanity is moving now, and collective. And it kind of, we need to remove our focus from the collective, yeah, and bring a bit to ourselves, because we are the whole world, and what we see is the manifestation of who we are. So staying within and realizing that what's inside of me, that that's really true right now, that's burning, that's alive, and what wants to come through me. You see, there's a bit of introduction. I don't know where we are going. I'm just speaking from the heart today. So totality living as individuality, or spirit living as human, right? Maybe you don't even have a concept of yourself of being a human anymore. You're just being. You're being, and you have this beautiful form. So no labels, right? So where I wanted to direct us is that spirituality without creativity or self-expression, it's kind of, what's the point? What's the point? We need to understand why. What are we trying to achieve with our spirituality or awakening? What's going on here? Right? It's just to take it further, that now it's not the concept that is living, it's not a program that is living, it's not a loop of survival and concepts that is living. It is all there is living. It is the unborn, the unmanifest, the totality, the spirit that is living now through you, the divinity. So what does it mean? What does it mean? And here we come to innocence, to humbleness of our inner child. And we need to express and self-express, and bring it further. Bring that which is within you forth into form. How? Or in which way? And that's everyone's individual, unique expression. You see, you are the unique diamond of the self. You all are, each and every one of you. If you're listening to me, my laser focus, I feel, is to take the spirit through the heart, bring it into form and matter, into self-expression. So I feel 3 key points: self-realization, realizing yourself as all oneness, heart, being, and bringing it forth through self-expression. So self-realization and self-expression kind of join and unite. And now I'm just playing with concepts. So this totality expressing as individuality, right? That you are a unique facet of the whole, and you have your own voice. You are an artist. You are an artist because as soon as you awaken to your true nature, you realize that your true nature spirit is ultimately creative. God is creative. God creates. And you are that. You are that. So if you're not creating, if you're not self-expressing, then it's just a concept, this spirituality. Then it's just a concept. It must be lived through you, actually, in a physical body. So body also becomes this living, dancing spirit being, translucent, transparent, and alive, and this light of consciousness that you are, it crystallizes, it directs, it focuses onto something, into form, into self-expression. So here you need a structure, in a way, to deliberately bring the truth within you through your own unique expression, in your own unique way, through your own artistic voice, into the world, the matter. And that's the process of creation. That's the process of creation of reality. That's the process of creation of art, video, speech, community, creation of society, creation of a book, creation of a relationship, a family, a home. And then you keep on doing little steps, tweaking, planting the seed, watering the garden, removing the weeds, expressing, and then, oh, what life is asking of me, maybe readjusting, maybe letting go of something that's not serving anymore or served its purpose. So being in a constant flow and oneness with the current of life, with the current of this creative force within you, and at the same time being that immovable awareness, witness spot. Yeah, the deathless, the unborn, the emptiness, the source that gazes at all of this movement and knows it to be all of it and none of it. And so just feel my words, dance with my words. It's all about the energy. It's a transmission, so don't learn anything here. Awaken yourselves. You can talk to yourselves. You can talk to any object, to water, to yourselves, to your body, and program it to contain more of light, more of consciousness, more of truth, more of love, more of what you want to create. So you can program these particles of infinite creation through your consciousness, through your energy, through your awareness, into love, into pure love, into harmony, into abundance. And it takes presence and awareness. So you are a unique diamond of the self. And I feel everyone who's listening to me, a particular kind of spiritual awakened beings or seekers who are either attuned to artistry, self-expression through art, creativity, writing, speaking, painting, dancing, or some kind of healing modality, something that's you are the transmitter of the truth as well. You are the channel. You are an artist. Everyone is an artist, at least who's listening to this kind of information from me. So think about that. Maybe you have just forgotten. You have just forgotten that you are. And I again want to amplify that you must self-express. You must direct that energy. Otherwise it goes into... You master yourself. This is the self-mastery, that you are not only realizing who you are, then you master your body, mind into making it a living instrument and expression of what and who you are. And that's, we take it further, right? If you're just awakening, if you're just like looking for who you are, that's beautiful. That's coming back into wholeness, into heart, into remembrance, and then keep remembering again and again until it just poof, and you can't find the old you anymore. Maybe just some ghosts coming to visit you in your mind, but you know that that's not you. But now it's not interesting anymore for you to listen to waking up and things. What's interesting for you maybe now is to begin to self-express. Maybe you are already doing that. What's interesting for you is to discover who you are now through creation process, because infinite is infinite. There is you cannot know anything about it in truth. It can know itself only through the process of creation, through this seeming separation, through seeming forms, through seeming distortion of the light, and crystallization of it into form. And then self-expression becomes means to not only extend that which is within you, the emptiness, the totality, into form, but also to discover more of it into wow, it can do that thing, it can create that thing, it can create that kind of project. And it doesn't matter the scale, you know, maybe you just create in imagination a game with your child and play in the garden with your child, or dog, and that's your creation. Or you can create a multi-million-dollar corporation, all from this place of totality and spirit. And you keep relating to all of these processes in complexity now from a 0 point of nothingness, of the absolute, at the same time being the coherent, engaged point of view of consciousness that is living now this manifest life and moving it. Now someone was asking me, I cannot rebalance or understand this totality and 3D or life. To portray it, it's like if you imagine consciousness can be in many states, right? It is the unborn, the zero, the unmanifest, the light of consciousness, the energy, the energy becomes form, crystallizes into form. And so the visible realm, the form is that crystallized consciousness, which is, we can say, if we look into it, we will discover nothingness, right, under many microscopes. But to imagine or visualize for yourself is like, imagine water can be in 3 different states. It can be in a form of a cloud, or in a form of steam. Water can be liquid, and water can be hard as ice. So if the subtlest form is the ether, the steam, let's say, becomes water, right? More of matter, which is like, water is like an energy, steam is like a spirit, energy is like a water, and then water becomes, crystallizes into the body. Into the body, and yeah, the world. So so what's your process of crystallization? What are you crystallizing into creation? Into creation. Maybe you write a music, and of course it's so many different ways consciousness can express itself, but it all comes back to what brings me joy? What do I like? What do I like? So in a way, this I is not an I to get rid of. This I is innocent spark of divine, this innocent child that is, excuse me, and creative expression of source. You are this unique diamond of the self again. So becoming like a child again, right? And engaging your heart, love into your creations, bringing forth that, extending that love into your creations through the laser focus of the consciousness, the light of consciousness, into crystallization of form. So with all of this said, I will be opening a new program, a new online course. It's called Diamond of the Self, for self-mastery, for the advanced seekers, or those who already awakened and now want to bring that awakening into realization, into actualization, into expression, into crystallization, crystal clear realization of oneself into the multitude of forms. It's about leadership, it's about clarity, it's about structure. It is, if my previous course, Blossoming Self, was about opening to self-love and opening the heart and opening to who you really are and awakening, this is the next stage, or next progression of, yeah, there is it's more clear, it's more direct, and more that you actually start to do the work which is assigned to you, quote unquote, by your true self. So you're not avoiding anymore that, oh, I need to meditate more until I can start to self-express or be an artist. No, you actually start walking the path, or already maybe you are walking the path, but you maybe want to bring it into more coherence. Maybe you are already self-expressing, but it's not linked and connect to your true essence. So maybe there are parts which are not in integrity with your true being and spirit. Maybe you have already created and manifested many things and business and projects, but maybe they are lacking that essence of really expressing your unique voice, right? It's also bringing our humanity into embodied realization. So how much it is important to include our human self and admit human is limited, human is this fragile thing. Although, like, I remember I'm not a human, right? I am the spirit, yet human is tender, human is the body is it's a very different laws that apply to the character. So we do not want to have anything disguised from our vision where we are not being truthful to ourselves. It is about bringing truth into living expression, as human, as creator, as an artist, as a leader. And yes, it's gonna be for 8 weeks. Powerful container. I have not created yet a landing page. I am in process, but if you want to be notified, subscribe to this channel or subscribe to my emails. They are very beautiful and nourishing, and I share a lot of inspirational poems and writings, not just what I'm creating in promotion. So yes, another thing is that is coming up is that is my YOUniq program for 101 container, where you can come into realization of your true being and also come into authentic self and begin self-expressing. But here we work one-on-one, so it is more potent, more direct, and deep, where I am just available and channeling for you and your highest good, what you need in the moment, to remove any blocks, roadblocks, dust in your mind and consciousness, and just redirect focus onto being and shining the true self that you are. Yes, I also create these masterpieces now as being living the truth of what I'm sharing and teaching here. I'm being an artist and bringing that truth into living expression through my art and what one's source wants to say through me into form. I love working with my hands. I love feeling the paint, feeling the texture. I love adding a lot of layers, a lot of meat to this canvas, so you can, so my energy is in every little everywhere there. And I love working in layers, and yeah, it's a I live in transmission as well, that I step out of the way and use the heart is working. Yes, and I lose myself in it, in the process, and it just all feels like one. Me, the hand, the paint, the textures. That's why I love this, you know, dynamic, expressive movement that I can put on big canvas. I do it on smaller canvases as well, and then I refine it with more subtle brush strokes, and so it actually translates what I'm sharing here with you, that wild emptiness and wild consciousness being crystallized into the form. Like in my paintings, it's abstract being crystallized into something realistic, like a face or a flower, Hmm. 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 Yes. Share with me in the comments where you are right now. What would be helpful for you that I share more of about. So I feel you, so we are in communion. I read every comment. Thank you so much for spending your time, presence with me, with us, with this, with divine. And yeah. One more thing is that there will be in-person event on winter solstice here in my studio for 3 days. So 19 December to 21st December, 3 days full of transmissions, satsangs, circles, yoga, some healing, creative practices, cacao, sitting by the fire, celebrating that, facing the darkest day of the year and celebrating the beginning of the light, when the days begin to become longer. So it is a perfect opportunity to go into the self within and discover the light that you really are and the source within and bring it forth. So yeah, everything I'm sharing, holding spaces, I feel it's all about this. Finding the truth within, realizing the truth, and bringing it forth, extending it into the world, into perception, into creation. The true work is always inner work. It's never on the outside. So even all of this consciousness awakening, inner work, it is the most important thing one can do in their life. It is the most important thing. Everything else becomes an expression, a reflection, because ultimately you are free. You are freedom itself. You are freedom that can imagine and dream itself into being trapped, into being isolated, into being lonely, into being selfish, into being in forgetfulness, which doesn't feel so good. But as I shared in the post, yes, I also in the posts in this YouTube channel, I announce all of these events, courses and things. So as I shared in the post, there is a river of joy in you flowing. Go there, find it, and get drawn in it. Or there is ecstasy already here within, available. Yeah, we just don't realize it because of our thinking minds. So our mind, and don't try to get rid of it, it's not something to do, it's not possible. You just realize yourself, who you are. You're not the me that's mind is thinking about. So I see this, that mind, or the habitual thinking, thoughts are not even yours. Mind thinks about lack over and over again because of the habit, and it creates this lack in 3D, and then it creates anxiety about this lack and how to solve this lack. And so all of this is like a virtually created reality that if you are awake and you see that, you don't need to change your mind. You don't need to go and fight it. You only need to realize yourself. that, oh, I am the beingness, I am the source, I am abundance. And not in a thought, but as a realization. So you go just in absolute stillness, and now we are moving into, now it's November, it's getting cozy and dark, we're moving into winter, it's perfect time for crawling, cradling in, and being in stillness. Being in stillness. Being in silence, in contemplation. This is and you will discover that river of joy, that ecstasy, right here, right now. Just being overlooked. So the most simple thing is to be with what is. It's the most simple, but the most important, the most powerful that you can ever do. And then realize that even sitting